Well, adios to Western Month. I hope you enjoyed Western Month this year. I wish it could have been longer, but it was what it was. So, I would say goodnight to Western Month. I'm going to do a quick collection video here of my Star Trek DVDs and Blu-rays as of 2026. As you remember, this year we featured Spectre of the Gun, which is a famous Star Trek episode, and Jeremy also covered the Doctor Who equivalent, the story of the Gunfighters. So we'll start with the Menagerie and Spectre of the Gun and Assignment Earth, volumes 20, 28, and volume 8. I've actually probably watched this one more than I've watched this one. Star Trek Motion Picture and Star Trek II Wrath of Khan. Best of Star Trek Next Generation has Best of Both Worlds Part 1 and 2, Yesterday's Enterprise, and Measure of a Man. Star Trek Next Generation Season 7. Star Trek Alternate Realities Collection has Star Trek Original Series Mirror Mirror, Star Trek Deep Space Nine Crossover, Through the Looking Glass, Shattered Mirror, Star Trek Enterprise, In the Mirror Darkly Parts 1 and 2, Star Trek Real Series, The Alternative Factor, Star Trek Next Dimension Parallels, Star Trek Original Series, Enemy Within, and Turnabout Intruder, Star Trek Next Dimension, Framed of the Mind, Shattered, Star Trek Voyager Shattered, Star Trek Next Dimension Yesterday's Enterprise, Inner Light, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Visitor, Star Trek Voyager Before and After, Star Trek Voyager Timeless, Course Oblivion, and Star Trek Voyager E Squared and Twilight. The Borg Fan Collective. This has Star Trek Enterprise, Origination, Star Trek Next Generation, Q-Who, Star Trek Next Generation, The Best of Both Worlds Part 1, Star Trek Best of Both Worlds Part 2, Star Trek Next Generation I, Borg, Star Trek Next Generation Descent Parts 1 and 2, Star Trek Generation Scorpions Part 1 and 2, Star Trek Voyager Drone, Star Trek Voyager Dark Frontier, Star Trek Voyager Ultimate Ultrix Zero Part 1 and Part 2, and Star Trek Voyager Endgame. Star Trek Fan Collective Time Travel. This has Tomorrow's Yesterday, City of Frontier, Star Trek Next Generation, Yesterday's Enterprise, Star Trek Next Generation Cause and Effect, Star Trek Next Generation Time Zero Parts 1 and 2, Star Trek Next Generation All Good Things, Star Trek Deep Space Nine Old Green Men, Star Trek Deep Space Nine Trials and Tribulations. I've watched that one quite a bit. I like that one. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager Year in Hell Parts 1 and 2, and Star Trek Voyager Endgame. I think I've watched Endgame a couple times too. Star Trek Origins, The Cage, watched that one quite a bit too. Where No Man's Gone Before, Space Seeds, Aaron, Mercy, and The Troubles. I watched Troubles with Tribbles a lot too. And then we have the movies. We have Star Trek Generations, Star Trek First Contact, Star Trek Direction, and Star Trek Nemesis. I think I've watched Generations and First Contact a couple times. Alright, so comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon too. Hope you enjoyed this look at my Star Trek DVD and Blu-ray collection as of 2026. And I hope you enjoyed Western Month, y'all. Until next time, when we saddle up in April and ride, we'll see you next time. And this has been where everyone has gone before. Until next time, adios, amigos, and sayonara.